This Memorial Day, we're learning about a local group rolling across America to support families who have lost loved ones in military service.
And here to tell us more about the Gold Star Ride Foundation is its director, Tony Price. Tony, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and I really want to say that I appreciate you wearing red.
Oh, thank you.
Red is, as you know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, red is an acronym. It means remember everyone deployed. And there's a movement across the country where you wear red on Fridays to remember everyone deployed. But today's Memorial Day, and I want you to know I really appreciate you showing up in red.
Thank you for saying that.
Tell us about the Gold Star Foundation.
The Gold Star Ride Foundation is a wonderful little organization that goes around the country on motorcycles to honor and support the immediate family members of anyone who's killed in the military.
What I really love, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you have more to say there?
Oh, I always have more to say, but you go ahead.
Well, you took a breath, so I didn't want to interrupt you. But I mean, what's really neat about this foundation, I think, to me, is the effort and intentionality you do to meet with these families.
Well, they reach out to us first. We will never make first contact with any Gold Star family out of respect for them, but they reach out to us first, and in the last 7 years, a little over 7 years, we've managed to meet with 560 Gold Star families across the country.
It's incredible.
We've ridden our motorcycles, and we basically start here in the Twin Cities, and then we ride in whichever direction we need to go and do whatever we need to do. I just finished my 71st ride 2 weeks ago.
My goodness.
71st ride in a little over 7 years.
That's
and that
unbelievable.
was 3,000 miles that I covered in 7 days.
Do you think
and we
about that?
met 9 families on that ride.
Do you think about that, everything that you've been able to accomplish in that 7.5 years that you've been able to do this?
Not often.
No?
No, I mean, I get to recite it, right?
Yeah.
It's my bullet points. I get to say what all my bullet points are. But that's not what I'm thinking about.
What are you thinking about?
What I'm thinking about, how about if I cite a small story?
Sure.
A few years ago, I get an email from somebody that says, you got to meet my best friend. She's a Gold Star mom. I say, set it up. I'll be there in 2 days. Okay. So I ride through the heat. It was the end of July. It was super hot. I ride through the heat. I meet this Gold Star mom. And we finished the meeting. It was about a 3-hour meeting, and hugs, goodbyes. And I get on my motorcycle, and down the road I go. And I go visit more Gold Star families and put more miles on and go to more states. And 7 days later, I'm checking into a hotel, and I get an email from that best friend. And that email says, your visit here was the greatest thing that could have ever happened. Because later that day, she went home and tore up her own suicide note.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
And she and I are still friends. I just talked to her yesterday.
Wow.
That was 5 years ago?
That's powerful.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
really powerful.
so that's the one that I have evidence of.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I'm at 560 families now. I don't know how many other suicide notes have been torn up, and you know they don't make it a point to reach out to me like that. But what I'm thinking of is the next family and what it means, how I help that family carry the load. See, when you lose your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your son, or your daughter, or in-laws and stepkids are involved in that. When you lose somebody like that, they're never coming back. You get to carry that forever. And as long as you're carrying that forever, you know, every now and then, wouldn't it be nice if every now and then somebody would come along and say, you know what, I'm just going to help you carry that today.
And that's where you...
And that's where we come in. Wow. And it doesn't even matter when. There was another, I could tell you story after story after story, but there was a time I met a brother and a sister in Colorado who lost their older brother in Vietnam in 1968. Well, I just met them 3 years ago. And upon meeting them, we met at a restaurant, and upon meeting them, within the first 30 seconds of my arrival, it was as if I was the one who told them that their brother had been killed. Oh, man. That's how raw it still was. Thank you very much for that word.
Tony, we have to stop the conversation right here. But if someone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way they can do that?
Everything that you need to know about me is on our website. It's at goldstarride.org. We are a 501c3 charity organization. You can donate there. You can write to us there. You can call us there. But everything is available right there at goldstarride.org.
Thank you for joining us this morning, and also the service, the service that you're providing for Gold Star families. Thank you. It's not enough.
Been my pleasure to be here.